So this is the Dragons of Stormwreck Isle. It's the new starter set that was released this year. So we have a couple of, one brand new player.
Hello.
We have a newer player, ShortStack, and
That's
we have
me.
two veterans. Brice
I
and
have
Fawn here.
veteran status.
Veteran status, yeah, at this point. But as we start our adventure, you are making your way to Stormwreck Isle via a cargo ship. Managed to barter passage on it. You found out that Stormwreck Isle was restocking with some supplies, so you knew it was heading in that direction. And each of you has a personal business on the island. Maybe not just the island itself, but the cloister of Dragon's Rest. Don't really know too much about Dragon's Rest. You know it is a place of worship for the dragon god Bahamut, a hero to courage and adventurers, not only just dragons. You know it is a place of relative peace, where people go to discover themselves on occasion. But each of you head to Stormwreck Isle for your own personal reasons. It's not that far off the shore of from the port town of Neverwinter. And eventually you make anchor on a cove, and by rowboat you make your way to the island itself. So your journey was uneventful, but the island now visible off the bow promises rare wonders. Seaweed shimmers in countless brilliant colors below you, and rays of sunlight defy the overcast sky to illuminate the lush grass and dark basalt rock around the island. Avoiding the rocks jutting out from the ocean, your ship makes its way towards the calm harbor on the island's north side. A large open-air temple comes into view, perched on the edge of a cliff high above you. The ship drops anchor at the mouth of the harbor, and two sailors row you ashore. While we're doing this, I'll show you a map of the island that I forgot about. Bloop. Stormwreck Isle is not too far off the shore there. You are about right here in this cove where you see a Dragon's Rest. You have plenty of time to admire the towering statue at the center of the temple, depicting a wizened man surrounded by 7 songbirds. A long path winds up the side of the cliff to the temple, dotted along the way with doorways cut into the rock. The sailors set you ashore on the rickety dock, where a large robot is neatly tied. They point you to the base of a path and wish you good luck before they row back to the ship. Your visit to Dragon's Rest begins. So, along with this robot that brought you, the other rowboats with crates of supplies have also docked on the shore, and sailors and other strong people begin to unload the crates as you kind of admire the view of the temple from above. And this one elderly sailor, definitely been on the sea his whole life. His skin is like tan and very very leathery, long grayish hair. He turns to you all and says, "Oh, on your way to Dragon's Rest, are you?"
Revi. Oh, sorry.
I know I am.
Oh, well, I'm pleased
Good
to
to
make your
meet you.
pleased to make your acquaintance. My name is Edward. Made this trip to Stormwreck Isle many times. Who might you all be? And maybe because they are maybe similar age, he points to the elderly elf in front of him. So, Brice, tell me about your character.
I am Weylund Druthers. I am here seeking ancient knowledge that a colleague wrote home about.
Uh, Dragon's Rest is full of a library, very, very nice. Lots of books there. I bet you'll find what you're looking for.
I do love a good book.
They say there are other secrets on the island too. You may get lucky.
Secrets are what I live for.
The old man gestures to some sailors putting a crate. He goes, "Go up the shoreline there. You'll see a wench. That
Well, that's no way to talk about a young lady.
no, I mean like a wench, like you carry things up the cliff with. I think that's the right word.
Ah,
Yeah, we're not gonna walk all these boxes up that cliff, all those stairs. No, sir. How about you? You're a big strapping lad," and he points to the silvery Dragonborn.
Arnid. Pleasure.
Arnid. Oh, you. Out of all the people here, you look like most like an adventurer with your armor and your shield and your hammer.
Not an adventurer, but close enough.
I hope you're not looking for trouble.
If so, trouble better not find me.
And young lady, never I caught a glimpse of you on the boat. I've never seen one of your kind before. As he gestures to the Fawn. Shell, who's your character?
She kind of closes in on herself, like twists her feet and looks down. I'm Revi, sir.
Oh, Miss Revi, it's a pleasure to meet you. You must be from the deep forest.
Oh, you've been there?
Oh, I've stayed on the sea most of my life. I haven't really seen the forest much. I would love to visit one day, though, before my time is up.
Oh, you should. It's very beautiful, very peaceful at times, and you really find yourself.
Oh, I think you'll find yourself right at home here in Dragon's Rest. They're all about that peaceful meditation stuff up there.
She purses her lips and smiles and nods.
Oh,
Hope so.
oh sorry, I didn't see you down there. As he notices a halfling woman.
Oh, I'm used to it. Hey, I'm Calla.
Oh, Calla. Oh, you have quite a spunky demeanor around you.
Oh, that's me. Spunky.
Yeah, well, you definitely remind me of my granddaughter. And not just because you're short.
Uh-huh.
No. I need to stop making short jokes around the short people. Oh, that's what they told me in the classes I take. You gotta stop judging people by their height.
Sensitivity is very important.
Yeah. Well, this is awkward all of a sudden. Well, the sailors with the crates are now coming back, and he says, "Hey, boss, bro, we're all done. Let's get out of here. This place gives me the creeps." Yeah, what did you give me the creeps for? And he goes, "Well, they call it Stormwreck Isle for a reason. All the shipwrecks and stuff." I suppose that's true. That's why we park far away. You just have to stay away from the rocky part of the island, and you're okay. Well,
I don't see any storms going.
we had a nasty one a few days ago on this part. Surprised you didn't notice. Or didn't know about it? Why didn't you know about something I just told you? Hmm?
Because I wasn't here yet.
I guess we do have a schedule to keep. He points to the path with the stairways leading up. Head that direction, and you'll find your way to Dragon's Rest. I wish I had an opportunity to say hi to Elder Runara. It's always a pleasure to meet her, but we have a schedule to keep, I guess.
Sorry to bother. What was his name again?
Oh, Elder Runara. She's a lovely woman.
Oh, no, sir. I meant, what was your name again?
Oh, my name is Edward.
Edward. Well, thank you for your help.
Yeah. Oh, my pleasure. Don't worry, you won't see me again. I'm a one-off character. But I'll be back.
Happy sales.
I will be back in a week's time to bring you back to the mainland if you need it, as they restock on supplies.
Pleasure meeting you.
Oh, hope you find your knowledge.
Me too.
Most people will come here are looking for something. Come on, boss, we need to go. Okay. It's not every day I get to meet new people. What does my happiness have to do with anything? Yeah, he gets on a rowboat, starts to row off. The seas are a little choppy today. All right, take care, everyone.
Revi waves. A big wave.
Oh, I like her.
Haley takes his hat.
Right, so you lot might have gone to know each other on the boat a little bit, but this is the first time you've been alone together since your travels.
Finally off the boat. I thought I was gonna throw up everything I've eaten for the last week.
My stomach certainly is not what it used to be.
I prefer dry land as well.
So, Bahamut, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. I can't say I know too much about dragons.
And she glances over at Arnid and shrugs her shoulders in apology, like, sorry.
That's okay. I don't know much about you either.
That's fair.
I know Bahamut is patron of heroes and champion of justice, if I'm reading my background correctly.
I have it written down in my journal.
I know many things.
Alzheimer's setting in?
Provided it's in my journal.
As long as I have written it down.
That's why he has to prepare his spells every morning, because he just forgets them.
Who am I? Where? Oh, I'm sorry.
So I want everyone to make me either a history or religion check.
That one just as good at bow. Oh, I guess I'm very seasick.
Seasick? Okay, yeah.
I have rolled
Yeah, me
myself a
too.
1.
So
How,
Miranda,
how do I?
yeah, Miranda. So you got a history or religion. So on your skill checks, history would be near
here
the
we go.
top, or religion. So usually whichever one's higher, you want to try to roll that one. Just press the plus number button. 7.
Well,
So for not knowing a lot about dragons, Arnid, as you look up at the temple, even though he's is depicted as a human with the songbirds around him, you know that statue is depicting Bahamut in one of his humanoid forms.
How far away is that temple?
It's a kind of a good walk up these stairs. Like, it's going to be a little bit of a workout, especially if you have bad knees.
and bad backs and bad everything.
Okay, and so the statue's pretty much
Pretty high
huge.
up. Pretty high up.
Yeah. That
Big enough that you could see from like even when you're coming in from the cove.
On this island is just this temple, or is there a town of any sort, or
Um,
you know,
all you were told about Stormwreck
Yeah, I guess-
Isle is that it's the home of a cloister of I mean, let's just call them hermits. They're not really don't really have a home. They use this cloister as a place of worship, as a little community. It also doubles as a shrine to Bahamut.
got it.
As far as you know, it's the only settlement on the island. The island itself isn't huge.
Got it.
To be honest, I don't really know where I'm going, but I guess this Elder Runara is a good place to start.
doesn't look like there's much else to visit.
It's probably
Shall we
also
go up?
Yeah, heading towards the only building on the island makes the most sense to me as well.
yeah. So like, if you probably heard about the island too, you know that Elder Runara is the one that maintains the shrine and the leader of the community. But other than that, you don't know too much about her. Right, as you start to walk up these stairs, what marching order? You can go two by two.
If you don't mind, I'll be next to Weylund and I'll like offer an arm or something. He's just so old.
He's just so
So
old.
he's surprisingly agile, but he's not he's not rickety like you would expect.
She still eyes him warily.
Fair
Yes,
enough.
he
You never know when one of those tendons will give out.
Exactly.
So Calla, would you like to be in the front of the party or head up the back?
I think I'd like to head up the rear and just kind of look around at everything while I'm walking.
Okay.
Arnid will be in front as he towers over people.
Yeah, it's hard to get a view of what's in front of him. He takes up almost the entire front of this little caravan. But as you make your way out of the beach and you're about to get to the stairs, as you're about to leave the beach and start your climb, you hear a ruckus of splashing and wet, gurgling moans behind you. 3 figures are shambling up from the water's edge, about 30 feet away. They're dressed as sailors, but their skin is gray, and they looked drowned. Seawater drools from their slack mouths as they lurch towards you. So you see,
It was a trap. He reversed the walking station points.
so you see these 3 waterlogged corpses, for lack of a better word, emerge from the sea. There they are right there.
My.
And they're wearing sailor uniforms. They're like bloated from like all the salt water. And they start lunging towards you. Let's roll for initiative.
They're not wearing the same outfits as the sailors that just left, like Edward, are they?
No, it looks like they're on a ship.
Okay.
Well, let's say
I think.
let's
have to
say
pick
like
my character.
what do you do?
I get scared.
Guys, I don't think we're alone.
What? Oh.
They don't look familiar, right?
Oh, not at all.
One of them has a Edward on name tag on his,
Yeah.
on his brooch. Oh, he was one day from retirement.
Arnid, if you could roll initiative, there you go. So these things are far enough away where you don't think they can catch up with you. But they are definitely heading towards you.
Never been no one's run from a fight, and it's put these monsters down now, or can't put them down later. Is anybody feeling up to it?
Arnid just eyes Weylund while picking up a massive mace.
Answer that question.
Excellent, lad.
All right, this is our first combat.
Awesome.
All right, Weylund.
Alright, Weylund is going to use a firebolt cantrip on this fella here. 120 feet, so I am certain I'm within range.
Yes.
For a 16.
Okay. How's the volume of the music? Is it too loud? Just right?
Perfect.
I think it's just right. We're in 8. Fire, damn it.
Yep. So what Weylund did is he rolled an attack roll, which is 16. So he has to beat the zombie's armor class, which you don't know the number of. But I will tell you that a 16 definitely hits them. So you're going to do 8 fire damage. Fire's put out pretty quickly because these things are like soaking wet, but it
That's fair.
it burns pretty fast and hot on its flesh. Burns away part of its coat.
And that's how you do it. And then I move a little bit away from him.
Right, Revi.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Nervously casts Frostbite on the same shambling entity.
Okay. So is that a ranged 60 feet?
It
Okay.
is 60 feet.
Okay, so in this case, the zombie has to roll a Constitution saving throw. Which is actually pretty good at being a corpse.
Well,
But he fails.
Hey!
So he immediately gets set on fire. Then the fire is put out by this frosty mist. He's still shambling towards you.
Nice shot.
thanks. That'll be my turn.
Alright. Arnid.
Arnid steps up, eyes them, and then just inhales, and basically a cone of frost just breathes straight from his mouth. As I use my breath weapon as my first action, which I think can only reach the front two.
Was it 15-foot cone?
Yeah.
Over half their space is covered by it. But maybe not. I won't say it's not going to hit the back one.
Yeah, that one's 20 foot away.
Yeah, okay.
They have to make a 12 deck save.
Okay. Maybe high constitution, not very high dex. Alright, they both fail.
Alright, and take 8 damage.
Alright. Almost amazingly, the one in front of you, people had hitting, still up.
Wow, maybe this fight is not the best idea.
He looks like he's been frozen twice. Like bits of body parts are starting to chip off at this point, but he's still coming towards our Ned. Calla.
Everybody has ranged attacks, huh?
Arnid only has the one, I bet.
Yeah. Did we give Cal? Did we give you a ranged weapon?
Oh, I think I do have a short bow.
Yeah. So you could use a short bow, but I did give you 30 feet as opposed to 25 feet movement for halflings. So you can reach either one of the front zombies. You want to attack with your knives, which you can do 2 attacks with because you have an offhand attack.
But note that all 3 of them are going immediately after
Yeah,
you.
so I think you'll be right next to him. This is the problem.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna try the bow. Let's see from back here.
Yep. Alright, so click on the plus. Yep, there we go. Short bow 10. You gonna hit the one that people have been hitting?
Oh yeah.
Yep. 10 will hit it. As he's lunging forward, he falls face first on the ground. Arrow in his chest.
Ah, that's how we do it.
A good shot.
Amazing.
Arnid gives a snort of approval.
But we still need to roll damage, so go ahead and hit the...
Oh, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, well, he only had 1 hit point, so I know he's gonna die, but you need to see damage here.
We need to see how badly he's gonna die.
You could roll a negative, maybe. Your arrow heals him.
15 damage.
15.
No, it'd just be 9.
Oh, 9, okay, yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
I had to remember to ignore sneak attack list for doing it.
It's so rare for a
Yeah.
rogue to not get sneak attack damage that
They just include it all the time.
Alright, the zombie falls face first in the grass, and or not the sand, and he's like... He just goes still. And that zombie... It's an ex-zombie. They have a fresh target here. So they're gonna shamble up to the first thing it sees, which is Arnid. Raise its zombie fist, slam it down on him. For 13?
miss.
Of course it misses.
All right, it just goes clink against his armor.
Yeah. I was gonna do the same. This one might hit. How about a 17?
Nope.
Oh.
What?
Dang!
For a first level? All right, good for you.
You easily block with your shield like it's no problem. It's like squishy hand.
Oh yeah, that's the reason.
Yeah. It's that they're weak. Alright. Weylund.
All right. Oh no. I'm gonna move over to this rock to get a better shot, and I'm gonna use the same thing. I'm gonna use firebolt again at the top one.
Yep.
And here's hoping a 7.
Huh.
Feel that might not cut it.
You're too distracted by how nice the boulder is.
It's a good-looking boulder. The pioneers used to ride these babies.
Oh no,
with miles.
you know, at this
What
angle,
was I doing again?
at this angle, the sun is like hitting Arnid's armor at just the right angle where it hits your eye and blinds you for a split second.
No. My bad. And that's my turn.
Alright. Revi.
Alright, she's gonna... It worked well the first time. She's gonna frostbite again, the one that's just north of Arnid.
Alright. Constitution.
Arnid tries to one-up her with the cold attack this time. Rude, right?
I don't even need to breathe to make ice.
Yeah. This one, though, just shrugs off the attack. Continues to focus it on Arnid. It, like, begins to freeze up on his shoulder, but he just, like, claws at it, and it shatters off, and unfortunately misses.
They're getting stronger.
They're adapting.
Just you see the a Borg shield appear around it. This will be for the one to the right.
Okay.
Ooh, not
8.
good.
Actually good. Still managed to hit it.
Oh wow.
Alright, takes 7 bludgeoning damage. Bop it on the head. Alright, Calla. This time, since Arnid is within 5 feet of the enemy, if you attack one of them, you will get sneak attack damage. So now it's probably worth going up to one and trying to hit it.
Okay, how far can I walk?
You can walk 30 feet, so each square is usually 5 feet.
Okay.
So you can easily reach either one of them.
Alright, I'm gonna go to toppy guy here.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna daggerfy.
16 will hit.
A fine hit.
Fine hit. Find that sweet tendon. Yeah, sneak attack damage, not too good, but you do 7 damage towards it.
And I'm gonna back up.
Yeah, so, well, okay,
Can I?
Well, I'll tell you what happens if you do.
Okay.
You do have 2 attacks, because you have an offhand dagger. So if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see bonus action. And, as a rogue right now, you just have to worry about your offhand attack, but later on you can do certain things with your bonus action, like hide, or disengage from enemies. But for now, you can do a offhand attack. Try to do some extra damage. Offhand attack, you usually don't do as much damage because you don't get the proficiency bonus with it.
Okay.
But one of the reasons to worry about backing away until you get the ability to disengage, if you move away from 5 feet of a creature, they basically get a free attack against you called an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're in range of a creature and you try to run away without doing something special like disengaging, it means it can't take a swipe at you.
Okay, so I just want to do this bonus action then.
Yeah, it's probably the best.
Okay.
Take that and take that.
Alright, 21 hits. Let's roll the damage. Okay, for a total of 3. Oh, I know you attack with daggers both times. You do have a short sword, which I recommend you attack with your main hand. You do a little bit extra damage with it. Dagger is good if you need to throw something. But
Okay.
the short sword is going to do just a little extra damage.
Got it.
But both of them are good hits, but this zombie is still standing.
Uh-oh.
And it turns away from Arnid, glares down at you. It's just it will slam its fist down. Ooh. So, what is your armor class? You should see it.
Yep, 14.
14. Yeah, so maybe you're like a little too satisfied with yourself, like, yeah, hit this zombie, take that, but you immediately get bopped on the head by in retaliation. You take 6 bludgeoning damage. So on the right hand part of the screen, you'll see your hit points, like 9 out of 9. You just put a 6 in that field and then hit damage.
Okay.
Which means you're kind of hurt now. The danger of the rogue going up into the melee combat. But the other one will take a swipe at Arnid. Critical miss.
Arm falls off.
Yeah, he hits the shield, and his arm just disattaches from his body and slides down the shield. With a little plop, goes on the sand. Right, Weylund.
Right. Well, it worked so well before. He's gonna do it again.
Does he remember the last time?
That's true. He forgot.
Does he still remember how to cast spells?
This has worked every time. I don't want to use one of. I only have 2 spell slots. I don't know what's happening the rest of the day. It's worked every time before. 13. The same one. The one in front of Calla.
All right, 13 will hit.
60% of the time, it works every time.
For 3 damage.
Still standing.
Has he dried off enough to catch fire yet?
Yeah. Still standing though.
Huzzah! Give him the old fire and ice.
Right. Revi.
When I look at Calla, how hurt does she seem?
I'm kind of hurting.
I would like to do healing word.
Well, I hope you feel better.
Oh, thanks.
Right, so Revi will heal you for 4 healing. So you put a 4 in that spot, then you hit the heal button.
Cool.
She can heal too. Impressive.
Whew. Better.
Right, Arnid.
Do you not want to? That was just a bonus action. Did you want to do anything for your main action?
Oh, was that bonus action?
Yeah, it is a bonus action. Oh my
Okay.
gosh, I can't believe I missed that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Now, if you use, you can only cast one main spell per round, so you can't use a level 1 or something. But I believe you can use a cantrip.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's right. Yeah. Well, if
Frostbite has.
Yeah, that's right.
They have a high save, so she's gonna bring out her sling.
are you?
And.
So,
sorry,
Bud,
what?
you're saying that if you cast a level 1 spell as a bonus action, you can't cast another level spell.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
But you can use a cantrip as your action.
Okay, I didn't know that actually. I haven't played a lot of healers. All right, yeah. So you can use a cantrip or use your sling.
Yeah, she's gonna use her sling.
Okay. 17 will hit.
Clink.
You bop this zombie right in the head. It falls up. It falls over backwards. And its arm starts to twitch. But unfortunately, after a moment, after you're celebrating, he gets right back up again. Just jolts awake.
Oh man!
Stands back up.
Ah, tree sap.
Right. Arnid.
What? Okay, never mind. I'm just confused on something for a moment. All right. I'll bop him with my mace. Well, I'll go for the one north of me to make sure that it doesn't go after Calla again.
Yeah. Make sure it stays down.
And another 7.
Yeah, so it's gonna miss.
Yeah. Oh well. And I was about to hit it, but then it fell over.
Yeah. Alright, Calla, this zombie that you thought was gone, now stands back up with a stone embedded into its skull.
Ooh. How hurt is this puppy looking?
It looks just as bad as when it fell, meaning it has 1 hit point.
All right.
This is almost like a last ditch effort of it trying to stay quote unquote alive.
Well, let's try a third thing. See how that goes. And let's try to sort it.
Yep.
Oh no.
Oh, 8 will hit though.
Okay.
Right, roll the damage. 10 damage.
Wow.
How do you want to kill this zombie? Like, what do you do to put it out of its misery?
You bought me on my head, I take yours off.
So as it's like getting back up, you're like, nope. Just slash
Yeah.
across the neck. Head goes flying.
Hey, Revi, do you want that stone back?
Oh no, I'm good, thanks.
Just shot a seashell at it.
Yeah. It was a hermit crab.
Oh.
It crawls away.
Arnid gives Calla a smirk in
Okay.
it.
So if you want to, you can do another attack with your offhand of the zombie, but it may not be a good idea to be close to this thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna back up. I guess here?
Yeah, you just back up a little bit.
Yeah.
The zombie's gonna take a slam attack against Arnid. 17 again. Just misses. You were one beefy dragon boy. Alright. Weylund.
Alright, let's do some damage here. I'm gonna cast Magic Missile at the one left. So that was 1 of them, and 2 of them, and 3 of them.
Alright, so magic missile. How does Weylund cast magic missile? What happens?
So Weylund actually has, I think I wrote that he has a little wand, right? Yes, he has a rod that he uses. So he is very traditional. He fires it from a blasting rod that's an arcane focus. So it's and it looks just like a stick that you found on the ground.
I remember your guy kind of looks like a mix between a wizard and like an old like gunslinger. Like,
Yeah.
what if he has his wand in like a little holster and he pulls it out like a?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright,
That's it.
so this does 3, 5, 7 damage to this zombie. Pick, poop, poop, poop. Still standing though. Alright, Revi.
She's gonna move over here. And she's gonna try the sling again.
Okay.
And the hermit crab that was crawling away, she repicks up.
Yeah, like, get it over here. Miranda, one good thing about Magic Missile is that it never misses.
Nice.
So it doesn't do a lot of damage, really. But it never misses, so you're like, it's guaranteed damage. And yes, before you ask, you can shoot it into the darkness.
Yeah.
Alright, a 10 hits.
Oh.
A brave little hermit crab.
Sorry, it's been a while. I guess I need to bulk up.
Yeah, I guess you don't get any bonuses as a druid with a sling. Thought you would. Oh, it's probably a dexterity weapon. And you don't have any dexterity.
Yeah.
Is that frost thing a cantrip?
It is.
Yeah.
I could use it. They keep saving against it.
Yeah. So. But the sling only does 1 damage, so yeah, kind
Yeah.
of even it out.
So far, it's only doing. Yeah.
I just thought
I
sling
know.
would be kind of like a cute thing for her to do. That's why I suggested it. But Druid's not always the best with ranged weapons. Let's get that dexterity. All right, Arnid, you think you might be able to put this thing out of its misery if you get a good hit?
Oh, now you jinxed it.
Yeah. 11 will hit.
Measly 3. Just does not want to go down.
Doesn't want to go down. But it's looking very hurt.
Go, Calla, go! Go, Calla, go!
Calla.
Would it be better to shoot or throw daggers? Would I need to get my daggers back?
Unless you like throw it down a hole, I usually say you can retrieve you retrieve the weapons. Your short sword's probably gonna do a lot more damage. Oh, your short bow is probably gonna do a lot more damage.
E6. Okay.
I mean,
I
what,
guess it's up to me.
you did like what 15 before or something stupid? Not stupid. Good.
Oh no.
I guess that was to hit. Yeah, these things aren't very nimble, so an 8 does hit it. You do get sneak attack because
They're about as difficult to hit as Weylund.
Yep. Once again, this arrow to the chest falls backwards. Body twitches. And he goes limp, stays down.
Yay, our first combat.
Yeah, first. Da 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 da.
Everyone seemed to perform splendidly.
Wait a minute, did I kill all 3 of them? That's pretty cool.
Wow.
Impressive, little one.
Thanks. I guess.
Like a punch.
Revi's gonna go up to one of the bodies and like just nudge it a little bit, see if there's anything, I don't know, that she can figure out about this shambling corpse that came from the water.
Okay. Give me give me an investigation or a perception.
Oh baby, I see all.
Yeah. These are definitely sailor uniforms. You notice that they're a little out of date. Like the newer uniforms that you've seen in Neverwinter, the port town, didn't look like this. This seems to be like whoever these sailors were. They must have drowned a good while ago.
Calla thinks this is a... Oh, sorry.
No, go on.
I say Calla thinks this is a great idea and goes over to look for valuables.
They don't have much. You find like 2 copper pieces on one of them.
Oh man.
But you can definitely add that to your inventory if you want.
Any spell scrolls on him?
So
Yeah, at the very
yeah, so if you go to inventory right next to actions, click on that. You'll see a little a little gold icon. I think in your case is 15. You click that, and copper pieces are way to the right. You can add 2 copper.
2 copper. Hello.
And Revi, you look through another one and see a really old like rusted compass that doesn't work anymore. Just all these years under the sea is just like worn it out.
Make sure you wash your hands.
Oh, totally. Ugh.
Don't want tetanus.
Not a very good omen if this is our welcome. Undead aren't exactly a common thing. Kind of kicks one of them just to make sure that it stays down.
Makes all the water inside it sloshes around, spills out into the sand, but it definitely stays down.
Gross.
Sorry, how do I close my manage coin window?
Just click anywhere away and it goes away.
Yeah, I just click on it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's good.
Well, shall we get going before we discover any more fun visitors?
Good idea.
Hopefully that's the end of the excitement.
After you.
I use Mage Hand to all the nasty, gross sand. Just try to brush it away as we leave.
Hey, what is Mage Hand?
It's icky. It's a floating hand that does stuff. It can't lift more than 10 pounds.
It's like a spectral hand that he can
Yeah.
control. You're not going to touch the
Yeah.
stuff yourself. You're going to make your
Exactly.
Mage Hand do it.
Exactly. Trying to keep the beach clean.
Right.
It's icky. Yeah, it's one of those more flavor cantrips. Well, no, that's not true. Mage Hand is super useful with like opening doors and chests and things.
Mm-hmm. Right, you make your way up the stairs, and you have no further zombie encounters. So, as you reach your way, as you climb up the stairs, it's a good hike up the side of this cliff. You see like the stone walls of Dragon Rest quickly approach.
Does Weylund at some point have to carry the old man?
I am. I'm good. I'm good. I make it up the stairs. Well, let's see. Okay, maybe not. I'm coming. I'm coming. Okay, I'm here.
So over the as you get closer, you don't see anyone, but then this little head pops over a wall. It's kind of dragon-like, but it's way too small to be a dragon. It almost looks like like if you mix a little dragon with like a dog. That's what you see. You see this. I'll make the token big, so you can kind of see. But you see this little dragon-like creature known as a kobold. Poke his head over. And then like he looks at you, tilts his head, and then you see another one. And then another one, and then another one. And they're like, "We have visitors! We have visitors! Oh, new people, new people!" And they kind of hop over the little wall. And through the little gate. And about 8 of these little kobold dragon-like creatures just begin to swarm you, and it's like, hello, hello. It's like, where are you from?
Hail. Well met.
Have you ever seen a whale? It's like, oh, that's a neat weapon. It's like, we don't usually carry weapons here. It's like, and one goes, oh, I like your hair. It's like, oh, I like your horns. Oh, I like your horns. It's like, oh, I like your hat. And they just start rambling on and on and on.
It's like a bunch of kids.
Like, well, yeah, a bunch of kids. Oh, here's a big picture one. This is a kobold.
Though I can assure you that they do not they do not look as serious as that.
Yeah, they don't have the little
Those
knives.
look-
These are like golden retriever
Yeah.
kobolds.
Yeah, version of kobolds. And they're not holding any weapons as they approach you.
We've come from the mainland to see your elder.
You're here to see the elder? Oh, they're there to see the elder. It's like, yeah, everyone here to see the elder, of course. What do you think? It's like, ooh. And they kind of notice Arnid, the big dragon, and they all kind of fall silent. They go, oh, you're a big one.
Thank you.
You look like a dragon.
Technically,
You're big like a dragon.
I take it you're citizens here.
It's like, oh, yep, we all live here. And one of the kobolds, it seems a little larger than the others.
Why, he's 3 foot tall?
3 feet tall. Who has wearing more clothes. And you notice that she actually has a pair of wings. This kind of like a bandaged up and kind of like bandaged behind her as if it's like healing. She goes, he's not a dragon. He's a dragonborn. They're very, very different. One of them goes, oh, Mila, the know-it-all. Like, yeah, just because I read books, I'm a know-it-all. She walks up to you and says, hello, I'm sorry for the little ones. My name is Mila.
That was the name of the leader here?
I'm not the leader.
No, I was asking the DM, sorry.
No.
I couldn't remember the name of that person that ran the place.
You're
Runara.
Yeah, you're probably...
Okay.
You're looking for Elder Runara. She'll be here any minute. She was in the middle of prayers when you arrived. So I decided to say hello. So I hope you didn't run into any trouble your way here.
Not too troubling to us, but you may want to be... you may want to take caution going to the beaches. We found some undead.
And we re-deaded him.
Oh.
You just hear Revi snort.
Yeah. Well, that's upsetting and good news, I guess. I don't know how to quite react to that.
Have you had problems with the undead before?
Well, like all the little kobolds are like, I'm dead. It's like, what are they talking about? They start like talking amongst themselves, but they kind of grow silent as a human figure begins to walk down the pathway. The chattering kobolds fall silent as a new figure comes into view, descending gracefully from the upper part of the cloister. She's an elderly woman with weathered brown skin, white hair and tight braids, and kindly hazel eyes. And she's dressed in simple white robes. She smiles as she draws near and extends her arms in greetings. Welcome to Dragon's Rest, she says. May Bahamut's guidance lead you to whatever you seek. She kind of greets you. This little star symbol here is she greets you in front of a statue of a large bronze dragon, with his wings extended. What's all the fuss about, little ones? You know when we have guests, they don't like to be crowded. Now, shoo along. Go go gather the supplies from the lift and bring the foods to the kitchens and the blankets to the new blankets to the living areas. Seems like we'll have some guests for the next few days. Shoot, shoot, shoot. It's like, you too, Mila. Like, yes, Elder. She looks worried and kind of walks away. Like, you may want, she turns to the Elder, you may want to thank them. She kind of returns to what she was doing before. I'm sorry for the little ones, Runara says.
There's no harm.
Hey.
Just curious.
Did you run into trouble? Is that what the fuss was about?
Well, we would have been here sooner, but some drowned undead made their way onto your shores.
Undead.
Is that a common occurrence?
I would say no. That is something new here. At least, just in the beach. This island holds many secrets, but... You know, the beach is under the protection of the shrine. It's very disturbing that you ran into anything of danger there. But you're all okay.
Sleep.
She
Some
looks to you,
scrapes and bruises.
Calla, and like knows you have a few scrapes. Like, oh my dear, you hurt.
Just a little bit.
Well, we'll make sure to get you patched up. Oh, you all have our deepest thanks for taking care of those creatures. Must give some thought about this. See what can be done. Please, come enter our cloister and watch your step as you notice the large, like the cliff.
Yeah.
Going
Is
down.
there a
to the
railing
waves.
or anything?
No railings. No, you have to be careful.
Okay.
Oh, great! This is a Sierra game.
Yeah. Remember, if you die here, you die forever.
I knew there was a reason I learned Featherfall.
Yep. And this is Dragon's Rest. For however you wish to stay, you call this your new home. I see you already met many of our members, and she points at some of the kobolds. Some of them are just kind of playing around. Not many probably actually went to do their job to get the get the crates. You met Mila too. She's a bit special, as you see. Usually the kobolds with the wings tend to be a little more clever than the others in the clan. So you maybe treat her with a little bit, not like a little child. She gets angry when people treat her like a little kid. But I kind of see them all as my little children, to be honest. Well, come, you must be hungry after your journey. Come to the kitchens. Let me give you something to eat.
Rev's stomach growls at the mention of food.
Mhm.
Right, so you make
Sounds good.
Lead the way.
Yep. So this is the entrance here. So a long path leads from the rocky shore up to the side of the cliff, with occasional stairs at easy ascent. Here and there along the lower part of the path, well-tended gardens, plots hold flowers, herbs, and vegetables. About 30 feet above the bay, the path widens to a long plaza. Halfway along the plaza, a stone statue of a dragon gazes sincerely, serenely down the path. Six open doorways are cut into the cliff side. And as you walk by these cells, a lot of them seem to be like living areas. She says, if you don't mind sharing a room, one of these can, one of the larger ones can be where you stay. Maybe some of the little ones might be willing to. Oh, actually, these have like cots in them. So yeah, it's like you're willing to share a room. There's some cots for you in one of the larger rooms. If that's okay with you.
Not picky of my sleeping arrangements.
You can see we live very modestly here. No use for many possessions. Watch your step as you climb the cliff. I'll go up here. So when you get up here, you see a few of the kobolds actually are performing their jobs, getting the crates from this this thing here, and they're like 2 by 2. Since they're like only a couple feet tall, like it takes 2 of them to like carry these little boxes, like 2 or 3 or 4. They're like, these have to be so heavy. And they start like going up the stairs. Like, excuse me. They try to walk around you. Excuse me, coming through.
Revi like kind of hugs the wall to make room.
Yep. It's like just barely enough room. One of them goes like, "Why did that big one help?" It's like, "Yeah, he should have. He's to help out more around here, if you ask me." It's like, "Yeah, he's gonna live here. Gotta do some work." Runara says,
He stares.
21 intimidation, natural 20. He's like, "Never mind, you can help out whenever you feel like it." And they like double speed with the crate up the stairs.
Snort.
I'll pay them no mind. They just don't like doing their chores. But they know if they don't do their chores, they don't get dessert.
It is a good motivator.
While you are here, though, it's a part of every member of the community to help out. So, be very much appreciated if if there's chores to be done, that you help out. Everyone is also expected to help cook meals for the entire community. Hope she kind of whispers like, "Hopefully they like your cooking. They're very picky."
Okay, well, what kind of food do they like?
Well, they're a fan of the mushrooms that grow in the caves, the other side of the island. Especially when he says look for names here, sorry. He says, especially when Tarek cooks them. It's one of our one of 2 of our human guests we have currently here at Dragon's Rest. And make your way further, and make your way to the what's the library? Here's the eating area. So, a doorway in the rock opens up into a dining room with a long table. 2 benches run the length of the table, and a single chair sits at the table's head. A short hallway connects a small but tidy kitchen. And you see in this room a human woman, a little more than middle-aged, at one end of the table, eating some soup. She looks like she's seen some things. She has a patch in one eye. Her head has some scars in a few places. And you notice that she actually has a wooden leg. She barely takes any notice of you as you enter.
Is this a kobold-sized table?
I know it looks a little small here, but it's enough to fit like a dozen full-size people.
Oh darn! It's just everybody trying to sit at the kiddie table.
Yeah. Runara gestures to the human woman. And she goes, Varnoth, we have some new guests. I assume you all introduce yourself. Sorry, I didn't really do that before. But she introduces your name one by one. She looks up from her soup. She just goes, "Hi. Sorry, I'm eating." And she
Apologize for the interruption.
Say, it's fine. It's kind of me time, you know.
Understood. Well, we'll catch up after your meal.
Well, we'll see if we have any extra soup for you to eat after your battle and your voyage. And a little kobold peeks his head around the corner. She goes, Kilnip, go see if you have any soup for a guest here. The kobold goes, oh, too tired. Kilnip, see if you have any food for our guest. It's a polite thing to do. Yes, Elder, yes, Elder. The kobold kind of runs up to the kitchen. Begins to, well, in the kitchen in the back, so he can find some soup for you. And Runara goes, please sit. Tell me, what brings you to Dragon's Rest? I would say she points at Weylund first.
I see information that a colleague of mine wrote home about.
Oh.
And says, I hear this island is full of secrets and mysteries.
Well, we do
waiting to be discovered.
We do have a library. Right next door, in fact. You're more than welcome to it.
Thank you.
But what information did your friend tell you about? Curious. What was their name?
The name was Jaina.
Jaina. How long ago was this?
Oh, for quite a little. I have no idea. I lose track of time sometimes. It could have been decades or days. Joey, how long ago was
Looks
this?
in your journal. I don't have the PDF in front of me, so sorry.
It's not. I haven't pasted. It doesn't really say.
Yeah.
Few months ago was when I received the letter. We've been in regular correspondence, you see.
Oh yeah, she was a guest here. Either days or decades ago. Who can say?
Who can say?
She had an interest in the observatory, which has its own library.
So you do know of that. If perhaps you could point me in that direction at some point.
Well, I'm afraid the observatory is usually off limits.
Interesting.
The island can be quite dangerous, and I want to make sure that our guests aren't hurt till they're well acquainted with the island. Because maybe that's the knowledge that she was talking about.
Perhaps.
Truth be told, the observatory is in ruins. We tend to avoid that part of the island.
Perhaps I could convince you to take a journey over there at some point.
She goes, maybe. But she looks a little lost in thought as she says this. And there's a ladybug on my microphone. Can you hear it? Is it going? Is he hearing like little?
Nope.
Okay. I'm surprised. She then points to Calla. What you, little one? What brings you to Dragon's Rest?
Oh, what brings anyone here? Just kind of looking for some guidance, I guess.
Oh, well, you've come to the right place. We specialize in meditation here. Finding inner peace. Some of our guests have had difficult lives. Or violent ones. And kind of, maybe not intentionally, kind of glances over at Varnoth. And they come here to make peace with themselves, or find new perspectives on things.
You get new people here a lot?
She goes, occasionally.
During tourist season.
I mean, the kobolds are, yes, especially during the rush, during the Mardi Gras.
Summer Beach.
The kobolds here are permanent residents, but the others like Barnarth and Tarek are temporary guests. They can stay as long as they wish, but most people only stay a few months at most, I would say. But you're more than welcome to make use of our shrine. We have one to Bahamut at the top of the cliff face. She next points to Arnid. How about you? I will say you're actually our first Dragonborn guest in quite a while we've had here.
I was sent here by another church to Bahamut. The priest there supposedly had a premonition of some kind and asked me to check it out.
Oh, I see. Which city do you hail from? You would have came from Neverwinter.
Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah.
I was gonna say Baldur's Gate, if nothing.
Oh, Baldur's Gate's fine.
From Neverwinter.
So this isn't a pilgrimage. You're here for a purpose.
The details of it, they didn't bother to tell me, but yes. Something about shadow creeping.
He ponders for a moment. Do you think the undead you fought at the beach has anything to do with why you were sent here?
There's a possibility, yes.
If you had a premonition and you encountered something very unusual, it may not be a coincidence.
There often rarely is a coincidence.
And she's kind of lost in thought. The little kobold comes out trying to balance 4 full-size bowls.
One between his horns.
Yeah, it's like, found some soup! And, like, he is trying with every ounce of his being to not drop these as he walks towards you. But as he gets close,
Deck save, deck save.
as he gets close, his hands slip and one of the bowls of soup goes flying outwards. If anyone's close wants to try to catch it, give me a dexterity save, a dexterity check.
Catch it with mage hand.
Yep, you can try.
Try to catch it with. Ooh.
Oh,
Nice.
Whoa.
It's like that scene in Spider-Man when
Yeah.
Mary Jane
yeah.
trips. So it basically happens. Like he trips, like whoa, 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 whoa.
You catch the bowl and then all the soup that drips down after.
Yeah, like the soup
And then the
comes in
spoon.
afterwards
Yeah.
with a natural 20. Yeah,
Yeah, and it's all done spectrally too, so it looks even cooler.
4 mage hands comes out and grabs each one of the bowls, and you
And
place
I'm
it
not
on,
even looking.
you place it on
Revi just claps.
yeah. You place it on the table.
Here's soup is up.
Runara does give a little claps, like, "Oh, that's wonderful." Vernoth just goes, "Eh." Well, soup's on, I suppose. But before we start, and she points to Revi, my dear, what brings you to Dragon's Rest?
She begins to fidget again.
My gods told me to come here after I had some visions of fire and mushrooms, and
That's a
here I am.
kind of an odd vision.
It was
Oh.
very suffocating.
Oh. You had a suffocating vision about fire and mushrooms.
Revi just shrugs helplessly, like, yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's like, you're like, yeah, Joey, that's what you told me.
Are you sure it wasn't a vision of this soup?
Yeah. You look at the soup, no mushrooms.
About to
You're
say,
like-
campaign over. Good job.
Yeah, it's
guys.
like, I wonder if it's the soup. He's like, no mushrooms. Two premonitions and visions brought you to Stormwreck Isle. And one seeking knowledge, and one seeking... She kind of looks at Calla. Inner peace, you said?
Close enough, yeah.
Well, you are guest here for as long as you wish. I don't think you're necessarily long term. You don't necessarily plan to stay long term, depending on your missions. But Dragon's Rest is open to you. And Elder Runara stands up. If you excuse me, I must finish my midday prayers. We can speak more in the morning about why you're here, but now I suggest you all rest. And you have a midday, and please join us for supper in the evening. The little ones really like suppers, 'cause that's when Tarek tends to cook. Barnoth goes, yes, he's not that good. Finishes the last of her soup with a big slurp. Runara goes, manners, Barnoth, manners. It's like, all right, Mom. Sorry. She stands up with her bowl. Goes back and, on the back into the kitchen area to clean off her bowl.
It was positively delightful meeting you.
Mom.
Oh, you don't get to call me Mom.
That is repeating.
Yeah. She kind of mumbles, old enough to be your mom. Ugh. Go left in the back here. Alright, so you have some free time to explore. So if you want to do anything special, start with Weylund.
I would like to head over into the library.
Alright.
And I am looking for books about the Arcane Observatory.
Okay.
And before you tell me what I may or may not find, let me post my... Nope, not that. My feature of Researcher in here.
So you see a couple kobolds, kind of looking at the books. Some obviously probably don't know how to read. It's upside down.
Nice pictures.
But they want to look smart. But you do see the winged kobold with the damaged wings, sitting on one of the benches, reading a scroll. But of all the doorways cut into the cliff face, only one has an actual door. This entry's door is made of a sturdy oak with iron bands, and it swings open easily to reveal a spacious library. Bookshelves line every wall, with 3 freestanding shelves in the west half of the room. In the east half is a table with 2 benches, writing implements, book stands, and glass-shielded lamps. And you see a healthy collection of books here and scrolls.
Well, like I said, I'm hoping... So let's see, the 2 things that I'm looking for are either a map of the island, that could be fun, and anything about the observatory that's supposedly on the island.
Yeah.
Those are what I'm perusing for.
See if there's a map handout. Okay, so it's pretty easy to find a map. I'll show you the official map here. You do see some landmarks. This isn't necessarily meant for players, so if you see some areas on there that seem like, well, why is that there, then don't really worry about it. But you do see a map of Dragon's Rest.
Wonderful.
And there are some markings, and you do see that the observatory is on the far end of the island.
As expected.
And we'll say there is a mark that's marked Sea-Row Caves. It's little pictures of mushrooms with faces on them next to it. What you don't necessarily see is when it says the wreck of the Compass Rose, but you do see some skull and crossbones in that area that says danger, watch out for rocks.
Got it.
And you're looking for information about the observatory?
Yeah, history, what it was used for, things like that.
Okay, give me a investigation check.
15 on that one.
15. We'll say information about the observatory. You don't really find any, which you find a little odd. you would think such a big landmark in this library.
Interesting.
They would have some information about it, but maybe it's just too old. It's been in ruins for too long that they wouldn't necessarily have a book about it.
Sometimes the lack of knowledge is knowledge in and of itself.
Myla kind of looks up from her scroll. It says, want information about the observatory?
Why, yes. What do you know? What can you share?
Oh, only that you should probably stay away from there.
Why is that?
It attracts bad sorts.
No, I can tangle with some bad sorts. What sort of sorts?
Well, she kind of like points to her broken wing. It's like patched up, saying, "That's where me and my brothers ran into some trouble."
Thank you for the warning. If I do end up going there, I'll be sure to bring plenty of backup.
Yeah, if you do find them, I mean, if you do go there, maybe you can find them.
Oh, they're still there, are they?
Yeah.
You returned. They did not return with you.
No, we were jumped by some kobolds that were not necessarily on the up and up. And
Terrible.
I think them being who they are, might have joined them. So as soon as my wings are healed, I am going to go and try to find them.
Well, it seems that our goals could align, albeit temporarily. So I would be more than happy to make that trek with you.
No, if you earn the Elder's trust, I bet she'll give you permission to enter. Sure of it.
Thank you for the information.
Seems like your friends couldn't help but overhear. Your friends, might be some stuff going on here that they want to help with. How about Arnid?
I think he's going to probably explore the I guess you could call it town.
Yep. There's really not much to it. Like, the area you're at now seems to be the living areas, some like storage. And as you're looking through one of the cots, you do see a man kind of waking up from a nap in one of them. He's a middle-aged man with graying hair. He's like a little startled to see you at the doorway as he kind of wakes up.
Oh, those are hammocks. Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out what those things were.
He goes, oh, hello there.
Hello yourself.
Didn't realize we're getting guests today.
I'll try not to impose.
That's no problem. Truth be told, just sneaking in a little nap before I start making supper. Holds out a
you don't work for me, so I saw nothing.
Oh yeah, I like the way you think. Name's Tarek, by the way.
Arnid.
Oh. He grabs your hand. He's like, oh, quite a handshake there. Got quite a grip.
Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I bet you hear that a lot. Well, considering you're the first one you met, what do you like? What do you want for supper? I can try to make you a meal fitting of someone of your stature. What do you say?
Just offer enough of it and good enough.
He kind of goes, afraid though. Yeah, the little dragon ones love my mushroom soup, but yeah, haven't been able to get it lately. So looks like no mushrooms tonight. They're gonna be so disappointed. What can I say?
Don't have any myself. I'll keep an eye out.
Oh, but
I have a feeling I'll be exploring more of this place.
let me walk you up to the kitchen. I want to show you around.
There doesn't seem to be much to show.
He goes, well, you're not wrong. But I tend to like the peace and quiet here.
A lot quieter than Neverwinter.
I get up to the kitchen again. Because but I found a simple pleasure in cooking, and you might have caught a glimpse of my garden near the entrance.
Don't think I noticed it.
He goes, "Oh, well, that's where I get my best veggies for our soups and our meals here. I grow it myself."
Impressive. From his tone, you can't tell if it's
Yeah.
if he's being.
He walks into the kitchen. Mr. Dragon is not impressed with my cooking. I can tell. Points at you, Revi. I have a feeling that you appreciate a good vegetable.
She nods enthusiastically. Oh, yes, sir.
Well, I'm going to make you something special tonight. He introduces himself as Tarek. Bows to you, Calla.
Oh, hello. I'm Calla. Sorry, forgot my manners there.
Give me a everyone give me in this room, give me a perception check.
Anybody? Or
People in the room. So Arnid, Calla, and Revi.
No, not I.
Tarek reaches out, like to shake your hands. And Revi and Calla notice that his arm is just covered in tattoos. And Calla, you catch a quick glimpse of them. And before he had a chance to like really study him, he retracts his hand and continues talking. But you could have sworn you recognized the symbol on these tattoos. But it was just too quick. He couldn't see what he had. It's like, well, I'm going to make all of you the best supper of your lives with what meager supplies I have on this island. But I guarantee you that's going to be the best meal you have while you're here. Even if I don't have my mushrooms. And there's a little kobold in the back. Goes, Oh, you still don't have the mushrooms? It's like, I'm sorry, Laylee. I told you. I went to the caves, talked to the wee mushroom folk there. They turned me right away. Don't want me there anymore. It's like,
Mushroom people?
oh, what's the word? Myconids. You have myconids. Yeah, they're little fungi people. You know, little fungus walking around.
And you go there for mushrooms.
Well, I don't eat them. You know, I don't eat the myconids. That would be barbaric. No, they harvest very tasty mushrooms in their caves.
Oh, I just eat their kids.
No, I just eat the kids. You're rah, 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 rah. He goes, no, I don't do that. No, they harvest the most delicious mushrooms that you've ever had. And, you know, we give them, you know, we kind of, truth be told, we just give them the leftovers of our food here. You know, they kind of use it as a fertilizer for their mushrooms. And in return, they give us an ample supply. Oh, the kobolds here love them. But, you know, past couple weeks, they don't want me anywhere near the place. In fact, they were right down violent last time I went.
Might be worth checking out, at least for me.
Well, I wouldn't ask a guest to, put themselves in harm's way. I mean, I can deal with a few little mushroom people. It's not my place. Tell you what to do. But, I do think something is wrong with them. They just want themselves. I don't know, it's almost like... It's like almost they were becoming feral. Oh, but I don't know that much about...
Feral mushroom person.
I don't know too much about myconids, you know, they could have, it could be this how they are, I don't know.
Wild mushrooms can be dangerous.
But they're so usually so, like a pleasant folk, you know. Now that I'm thinking about it, there must be something wrong with them. You know, if you're up for a little adventure, maybe you can see if they're doing all right. So you can take care of yourselves. It may be fun.
Arnid eyes the girls, wondering what their take is.
Well, my visions included mushrooms, so I'd like to see what's going on.
You have visions about mushrooms.
She looks and shrugs, like, what can you do?
Yeah, it's like, you know, I know. Some people have proxies of gods and champions. I have proxies of mushrooms. He goes, well, that might be worth looking into if you had some sort of vision about it. But he will turn to Revi and Calla and goes, well, I've got to gotta get prepared, a lot of little mouths to feed. He'll head back to the kitchens here. He tells one of the kobolds, he goes, oi! Want you to go down to the garden and get the freshest, most delicious looking veggies you can for our guests here. He's like, yes sir, Mr. Shark. He scampers out and goes down the stairway. Alright. Arnid, I know we kind of interrupted your thing with that, but like, would you explore more of the place?
He may get wrangled into helping the with the unloading and stuff.
Yeah.
But what are Revi and Calla doing?
Yeah. But you would know that the only other real place of interest would be the Bahamut Temple, just further up
Yeah.
here. But yeah, so Revi and Callie, what would you want to do? I guess Revi, you kind of learned about a little bit about why you're here, but if you wish to explore,
Yeah, she'll probably go to the temple, see what's up there.
okay. Take the path down to the temple. The highest point of the cloister is crowned by an open-air temple that overhangs a cliff, supported by arched stone struts anchored in the cliff face. The north wall of the temple is carved directly into the rock, while the rest is open to the sea air. Heavy pillars mark the 3 open sides, supporting the wooden roof. In the center of the temple stands a stone statue of a kind-looking old man, with canaries perched on his hands, shoulders, and head. The feeling of serenity suffices the place. So immediately as you start to enter this area, like you feel an overwhelming presence and calmness. And you see Elder Runara knelt beside the statue. And without opening her eyes, she goes, "Come, young one. Do you wish to pray with me?"
Sure.
She'll walk up next to her.
I know that as a daughter of the forest, you have your own gods. But I find it interesting to pray to others as well, occasionally. And I think while you're here, you'll find Bahamut a relaxing presence.
I think I know what you're talking about.
She gets on her knees or mimics whatever
Yeah.
motions Runara is doing.
And she's silent for a moment. They call Bahamut the Platinum Dragon. Usually, at one point, only dragons worshipped him. But eventually, the mortal races began worshipping him as well. He's a god of bravery and champions. I find it very calming to be in his presence.
Well, I'll take help from anyone I can, even gods that are not my own.
She kind of, after a few more moments of meditating, I can see that Bahamut is taking a liking to you too. You have a very kind soul.
Revi looks down again, like shy.
Thank you.
Runara kind of smirks. But perhaps that's enough talking for today. For now, let's just meditate.
She smiles and nods and closes her eyes in meditation.
Take in the sea air, the sound of the waves. The gulls in the air. The life in the ocean. All around us. It may not be your forest, but this place is still full of life all over the island. Let it wash over you. She breathes in.
Revi mimics the breathing.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you make me a Constitution saving throw?
Oh, joy.
So you get in this Zen state, and when you've been kind of like this in the forest, this is when your nightmares sometimes manifest, like that place in between waking and sleep, and you feel this meditation is kind of that state. And you feel the onset of the nightmare, of the flames, of the heat begin to rise. But since you're in this shrine, you're so much at peace here. You're able to push it away. And the vision never comes. But Runara kind of opens her eyes with a start. She goes, "Did you feel what I felt?"
Revi nods, slowly opening her eyes.
Is this the vision that you mentioned?
Revi nods again, slowly. Almost hesitantly.
Then I think there's something wrong here. The undead on the beach. The visions of fire in caves. She goes, "No, it can't be connected to that."
What?
She goes, I guess it is almost time. The King Killer Star. I'm sorry. I have much to think about. I promise by morning I will tell you what I've learned.
Is there anything I can do in the meantime?
She kind of smiles. I see the kobolds. They usually take very good care of the shrine, but it looks like with all the excitement today, they haven't tidied up. There's like some just like it looks a little cluttered around the shrine.
Mm-hmm.
She and Runara stands up and says, "Are you up for a little cleaning?"
Why am I ever?
That's the spirit. Let me help you. And you and Runara spend some time tidying up the shrine, like knocked over potted plants or some leaves that kind of are like scattered around the place. And you have a mostly silent, but very enjoyable and peaceful time cleaning the shrine. Right. Finally, Calla, you see Revi kind of go out towards the shrine. You saw Arnid help out with the remaining crates, which the kobolds are very thankful for. Varnarth at this point has left the kitchen, and you saw Tarek head out to the back and he's starting to prepare supper for everyone.
Hmm. And I don't know where Varnoth went.
You saw she left and she headed down the cliff towards the like the living areas.
Hmm. Guess I'll talk to Tarek? Is that his name?
Tarok, I think.
Tarek.
Oh, no, his name up. There we go. Tarek. He's a dinosaur hunter.
So yeah, Calla walk over and kind of take a peek in the kitchen and say,
He's chopping some vegetables, and like the way he uses his knife is very precise and quick. Like he's like an expert cook would. It just seems very natural to him as he's doing this.
so how's the cooking coming?
Oh, I didn't hear you come in.
Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have startled you when you were using a knife. That's on me.
Yeah, you see, like, he kind of has it raised in, like, a slightly defensive position. Like, it was almost instinct. And he goes, I can tell that, this isn't the first time you snuck up on someone. You have a knack for it, don't you?
Aw, thanks. That's really nice of you to say.
He goes, well, I guess I have an eye for seeing stuff like that. Pulls up his sleeves, as he starts to get to work again. I was just in the middle of cutting up the vegetables. You want to lend a hand?
Well, sure.
Oh, that'd be great.
I'm not as fancy with a knife as you, but I can try.
Oh, he kind of glances down to the weapons you have on your belt. It's like, oh, but I see that you have some. I recommend not using those knives to cut the veggies. And
Absolutely.
he hands him like a cooking knife. I think this one's better suited. As he hands you the knife, this time you make a point of looking at the tattoos, and you notice that there's one very, very distinct one of a hangman's noose that's kind of wrapped around his wrist and going up his forearm. He goes, there you go. And he,
Thank you.
hope you not, it's like, hope you don't mind, a little bit of tears. He takes out a big onion. Because we're slicing onions today.
You gotta take tears when they come in life, right?
Oh, I hear that. He starts to cut the onion. He goes, yep, everyone here is kind of expected to pull the weight, you know. And when I first came here, I didn't feel very useful, truth be told. It's a little bit of a Debbie Downer. But I found joy in my garden, in my garden. And it turns out, cook a nice stew. Turns out,
How long have you been here?
a few months. Hard to get away from it all.
Yeah.
Came a little too much. How about you? What brings you here?
Something similar, I guess. I've been working, but haven't gotten where I want to be, and just kind of... I've heard about this place and how it's peaceful and just kind of, if you want to get away and kind of reset, it's a perfect place to do that. I'm just interested, because I know the kobolds are here. They're here all the time, but I'm interested in stories. And I'm kind of interested as to why people like you and Varnoth are here. I mean, if it's not prying.
You don't want to hear my story? I don't much like talking about it, to be honest.
That's fair. The only good stories are ones that are worth that you want to be told.
I will say, I lived quite a life. Not always a good one. I had to get away from it all.
Yeah.
And when I did, well, something happened that didn't make me a happy man. And that's why when I came here. But I guess my mood's improved a little bit. What do you say? But never really get over the past, can you? Hand me the pepper there, would you? Hear me?
Absolutely.
Oh.
She picks it up and she tosses it over her head, and
Oh, that's fancy. I like that.
you gotta enjoy yourself, you know?
Oh. He does a little thing with the it's like a pepper shaker, tosses it in the air, catches it behind his back. It starts
That's what we're talking about.
it's like doing the pepper grinder. I don't know over what. I don't know what you put pepper on. But like he's like, not the only one.
Everything.
Hope you don't sneeze. If you sneeze, do it over there.
Yes, sir.
Alright. Now, even without the mushrooms, I think the little ones are gonna love this meal because I think we make quite a team, don't you think?
Yeah. You're easy to get along with, Tarek. You might
Oh.
think you're a little prickly, but
Oh.
you seem to be a good guy.
Oh, shucks. You know what? Alright, you two, help prepare supper. Which eventually comes. All the kobolds, come up to the kitchens, to the, eating area. Barnoth appears from wherever she was. And the elder sits at the front of the table here. Weylund, you try to leave with a handful of books and scrolls, but Mila goes, like, you're not supposed to take those out. You're supposed to leave them here.
Oh, one of those reference section stays in the library. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, one time I took a scroll out and I spilled soup all over it, and Runara was not happy. I had to scrub the floors for a week.
Wouldn't want to be doing that. I understand. I reshelve and head on in.
Alright. So all the little kobolds are at the table. Fork in one hand, spoon in the other. Resting on the table. They're like, soup, 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 soup. He's like, alright, I got you soup. And he brings out a big pot. You and Callie. Calla, the two with the help of her, like brings out a big pot of veggie soup. But immediately all the kobolds are like, where's the mushrooms? And he goes, oi, got veggie soup. I think it's pretty good. And he gets a big ladle, starts pouring the soup for everyone. It's like, there you are. There you are. And bon appetit. And all the kobolds and the rest of the guests dig in. Very loud slurping sounds from the kobolds. They have no table manners whatsoever.
It's impressive they can all fit.
Yeah. Well, they're tiny. It's like three of them to a square.
They're all piled on top of each other.
Runara, after they have kind of all eaten, she goes like, well, Tarek, even without your trademark mushrooms, I think the soup was delicious. Don't you agree, everyone? And all the little kobolds are like, yeah, I guess. Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, eh. One of them goes, oh, I didn't like it. And there's like, huh, manners. Sorry. Runara says, I'm always curious when we have guests, how familiar you are with chromatic and metallic dragons. And as she says this, the tone of the table kind of changes. Like everyone's a little quiet. They know that Runara is gonna go into like a storytelling mode.
Yeah, Revi puts down her spoon and listens intently.
But she asks the questions like, if any of you are familiar with chromatic and metallic dragons.
Yeah, Revi just shakes her head.
Arnid seems to know, but he gets the feeling that she wants to explain.
Well, how about you, Mr. Weylund?
Say that again.
Surely on all the studying you do.
Weylund was lost in thought. What was the question he was asking?
We'll take that as in character.
Yep.
That he was dozing off.
What was that?
Oh, yeah,
Look,
I don't know.
If it's past like 3:30 p.m., that's Weylund's bedtime.
Oh, yeah.
Where's the pudding?
I mean, it's like 4:30, so, you know. She's like, I'm usually in bed watching Wheel of Fortune. Goes, metallic dragons. You would know them as brass, gold, nods to Arnid, silver, copper. You would generally refer to them to as the good dragons, worshippers of Bahamut.
Oh yes, as opposed to those evil chromatic dragons with all their fancy colors.
Yeah, when they hear the word chromatic, some of the kobolds like kind of hiss. He goes, yes, as opposed to the little more infamous chromatic dragons, the red, the green, the blue, the white, and the black, whose deity is Tiamat, the evil dragon queen.
Not beings to be trifled with.
While you're here, you want to find a balance. I like to think of the war between chromatic and metallic as inevitable, but something you can overcome. Perhaps metallic and chromatic dragons will always hate each other. But I always believe that there's opportunities for peace if one allows it. And Bahamut, as great as he is, even he's not immune to the innate hatred of the chromatic dragons.
Peace can be difficult when one side of the conflict is not interested in it.
Forces of nature. Perhaps it's just the designs of the universe that one side is always pitted against the other. I'm sorry, I've just been reflective of late. With the of the undead that you spoke of, and the myconids, I presume, is what your visions are referring to, could be in danger. And very soon is a reminder of the conflict between chromatic and metallic dragons. The Kingkiller star comet is due to pass by over Faerun, our world, in 4 days' time. It has some significance to dragonkind and this island in particular, and may have something to do with the problems that brought you all here today. But perhaps when the time comes, I shall discuss it more. But for now, I believe we shall all retire, because Mr. Weylund here looks like he could pass out at any moment.
What? Oh.
And we'll discuss your purpose here at Dragon's Rest. But for now, we'll rest. And she stands up. And all the little kobolds get up to hop off the chair. Give a little bow to Runara. It's like, good night, Elder, good night, Elder, good night, Elder, good night, Elder. As they all scurry down the stairs as the sun begins to set. Tarek and Varnoth say their goodbyes.
Did the other kobold, was her name Maya?
Yeah, she was there too. She
Okay.
probably would have left. Varnoth kind of takes a look at Arnid. Says like, seems like you might have some stories to tell. I see you've probably seen some battles, huh?
A few.
I would love to hear about them. Come by tomorrow. We'll have a chat.
Gives a little snort of, and a nod.
And she walks out. Tarek, he says goodbye to, gives an extra goodbye to Calla, and makes his way out.
Good night.
Oh, good night, everyone.
No.
And Runara asks Mila to show you to your bunks. So you all head down to the bottom. And you take one of the larger rooms. Each get a bunk. And you call it a night.
Yeah, I was listening when Bun learned these were hammocks because I didn't realize it either. I thought they were boats, like little canoes.
Little rowboats.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, that's what we're going to call it for tonight. You all can take a long rest.
Get my spell back.
So a long rest means you recover hit points, and some classes get certain skills back. Calla, for you, it mostly just means your hit points. So what you can do...
There's a button for it at the very top.
Yeah, so there's a long rest button. You want to click on that?
Oh, I just added 2 points back.
That's fine. But click on long rest and go take long rest, and it'll refill as many hit points as you can. When you take short and long rests, well, like when you take a short rest, it means you take a little break during the day, and you have what you have is it's called a hit dice. It's how many hit points you can regain back. And at level 1, I think you only have like 2, I believe. But during short rest, you can use those to regain hit points. And during a long rest, you get those hit dice back, and you can regain hit points too. So pressing that long rest button means you're taking a up to an 8-hour sleep, basically, of uninterrupted sleep. But yeah, that's what we'll call for tonight. And tomorrow,
Yee.
in the game world, we'll see how you can help the members of Dragon's Rest, what problems they're having.
You mean we're not playing tomorrow?
Yeah, I was about to say, Joe, I don't remember this schedule.
AKA next week.
Yay! Fun
Oh, Joe-
session.
Yeah, Joey, I'm excited to go through this, and very excited to play with new people and some old friends.
Yep, it's been a while since you got to play with Mund.
And then me.
Yeah.
Oh, I was talking about ShortStack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's been even
I
longer
mean, I
for
got
her.
Bun's here too.
Yep, and